Hey, what's going on? This is Sunshine.
And E.
Thank you very much. Okay, got a little question, and Sunshine's gonna kick it out and start. Let's see.
All right, now we've moved into certain eras, or well, we've gotten through certain eras of our life. And now we are in the social media
Oh, social media.
era, where social media kind of controls a lot of our everyday life.
Correct.
Whether it be banking, whether it be shopping, whether it be MapQuest, stuff like that.
Right, right.
So let's just use like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all those Facebooks, Facebook. How does that have affected, you think, in your opinion, affected real life, not just of yours, but of other people, whether it be other people that you deal with or other people that you are associated with?
Right, right, right. I think social media has affected, especially those people that when they really started coming of age, like teenagers, social media was there. I think that affects them a lot different than people that came before them. Because it's almost like a given. It's like if someone was born in the 70s and they're 10 years old, which put them like 80s, and they had an issue and they said, hey, I'm not taking your Atari or your Pac-Man game, or I'm going to, take away privileges. We have come to the era that the phone is a touch me not. It's like that. It's like that's something. It's like saying I'm punishing you, so I'm not going to feed you. I'm punishing you, so you can't go to school. We would never do that. The phone has entered in that, and some people's in that but you can't take my phone. Go to your room, but you go to the room with your phone. Now that might be punishment for them, but for somebody that was born in the 70s, wait a minute, I can still get all the information and entertainment I want. You send me in a room to do this? Now you sure, right? So it's a different era. So when it comes to social media platforms, it's weird how things, because I'm a person that really likes like I always say, I'm a student of human behavior. So I always watch things that are funny, and that's kind of funny to me. And one of the things that's weird was if you take, let's say, a boyfriend and girlfriend back in 1982, and they went to school, and the girlfriend said, hey, somebody just came to you and said, hey, I heard your girlfriend was talking to Johnny over there on the phone. What? Hey, you talking to Johnny? Yeah, he called last night, we were talking. You would be mad. But social media say you can do that on Facebook. You can have a boyfriend or girlfriend, and y'all just talk about any old thing. Oh, man, did you see this trunk did something? Did you see the basketball game? Somehow that's okay. It's still communicating, because your issue was with the talking on the phone was communicating. But this platform says, oh, it's okay. You can communicate. You can have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and talk to some other person. It's on Facebook. But you seem to be okay with that. But if you say, yeah, but then the internet stopped messing up, and so they just called me. Then what? They called you. Now you're mad. Isn't communication? So it's weird how social media allows us to do things that says, okay, that makes sense. And it's okay where what it actually is for, you might have an issue with. So I don't know if you kind of what you.
I kind of agree with you on that. But what I was trying to get at mostly is that the social media has controlled everyone's life, mostly. Those that use their phone in a positive and in a negative way. I would say in a positive that you can look things up. You can find out places to eat. You can find out what's going on in this country. Say, this where we want a vacation. Where in the negative, when everybody comes to the table or a family gets together, everyone's like this. And you can walk in the room and there's silence because everybody's on their phones. Everybody's in their own personal space where there's no longer a family setting, hardly ever. Even at restaurants. When you go to a restaurant, everyone has their own phone And I guarantee you that when everybody place their order and stuff, everybody, and there's probably less conversation, family conversation or socialization at the table less than there is on the phone. So, I mean, it's a positive and a negative. It takes over, consumes.
Right. Now, I've seen a lot of people, I've seen times when there was a table full of people, maybe 12 people, and then maybe there's one or two that are just not engaged with people. They're on their phone all the time. It's like if
more than that.
What I'm saying is, if all 12 people was doing that, it's like, okay, we're all buying into this. There's no disrespect for here. But if you had 10 people all talking and engaging and 2 people out paying, now it's kind of insulting. It's kind of rude that you're doing this. But it's not rude if the other 10 pick up the phone and start doing it. Now suddenly it's not rude anymore. But there's a saying about money where they said money doesn't change people, it unmasks them. It doesn't change them, it just shows them who they are. And I think that's what social media did. Because if you say, hey, that person's an alcoholic, and he says, I'm not an alcoholic. Yeah, you're always drinking. No, I work 8 hours a day. I sleep 8 hours a day. It's because you're not in a position to drink. It's probably why you don't drink during those times. That's what social media did. The things you like, whether it's watching sports or any kind of entertainment, online, betting or whatever, the reason you didn't do it before, because social media, it wasn't provided for you to do it. So don't blame social media, because you would have done it if you had the opportunity to do it the old-fashioned way all day long. You just can't, if you like sports and the TV, there's nothing to watch on the channel, on the TV channels, you're set. You can't do anything else. So it just unmasks what kind of people we really are anyways. And it depends, because I almost push back intentionally, because I love technology, but it doesn't, I'm not control. I don't, if you see me, I'm waiting in line. I won't just, people get, and I look at, sometimes I kind of sneak a peek at what people are looking at. And I'm like, you're burning up your battery for this? That's just, and I'm not designed that way. If I sit at a restaurant, I'm not going to look for things to do. Because if you went into a restaurant and they had bad reception, you couldn't do nothing, you would just engage. So if you're here, I just engage. And if somebody calls, I might pick it up. Or if I get an alert, there's a text, and then it's down. That's me. Most people are not like that. You can get in any line, 20 people in a line, I guarantee you at least 15 to be on their phone. If it's a line where they had to wait for a period of time. Happens all day long. And I think that the social media won't blame them. It's just that I hate when people blame something that they really like and helps them. And they really can, they benefit from, but they hate it because, that's not social media. That's you. It's just like AI. AI can get, but we're going to blame AI. Late, but no, if we treated AI respectfully, we could have AI all day long. It's just the people that do crazy stuff with it and we blame AI, but it's the people. So
I mean, so go off a little bit on. I know it happened on computers because they had MindSpace. There were things that were just on the computer you had to see before they came out with the cell phones. Okay. I ain't gonna say before, but cell phones were out, but they were so far and few in between. Yeah. Internet bullying of people. What are your thoughts on, or if any, you have any thoughts, or that has to be a whole nother conversation?
I just think that a lot of times when you move on from generation to generation, you set down certain things and you forget about, and you move on to this generation of doing things, because you cannot ask a person that's 85 years old or 90 years old about bullying. They wouldn't. I don't get it. You have to do something to receive the bullying. That's how they would look at it. So I don't get it. If you don't like it, but they're saying, I have the right to social media. I have the right to look at a computer. I have a right to get on my phone. So since I'm going to exercise that right, they can't bully me. They're right. They shouldn't, but you have the power to eliminate that. So you can't, for somebody that's older of age or been around, they're like, I don't get it. Just cut it off. But it's just like the cell phones. Punishing the kid and taking the cell phone, they're like, you can't do that. The parent can even be paying the bill. You can't do that. That's like taking an arm or a leg. And that's how people look at social media that way. So that's the same thing as bullying is I want to be on a chat with these other people and they're talking about me. Mm-hmm. Oh, what does that say about the people that you want to talk to that they allow those and they're being friends with people that's bullying you?
All right.
Because if it was just that person bullying you, you was like, I don't want nothing to do with it. You'd be done with it. But you want to be involved with the whole situation. So that should tell you that the people that's helping or surrounding, not saying nothing to the bully.
But everybody who's in the conversation are not necessarily bullying. There's a select few. But you want to deal with the people that are in the chat or in the message or whatever. But it's just a select few.
Yeah, but
so you would have to pick and choose.
Depend on how situations is. But my thing is I'm not saying all those people are bad, but they're not necessarily good. It's just the bully is at the front of the line. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it personally. If I got 10 people in a chat and we're talking and they're talking about me and 9 people, or it's 10, 8 other people are not saying nothing, to me, they're like the bully. They're just in the back of the line. Because you don't think enough to go, come on, you got to chill. Why? You can't be doing that. They're not willing to do that. Because they want to stay in the chat. Or we say, listen, you keep carrying on, we got to get you out the chat. So that's the only thing I would say about that. Yeah, that's how I look. But that's how me, because I've always been a person like, I don't want to play with you if you don't want to play with me. I was always a kid like that. A lot of people, they go home, Mom, they won't play with me. I didn't care. Oh, they don't. Are you sure? Okay, I'm done. By the way, that's my ball. Throw me my ball. I'm that kind. I was always like that. So I didn't care. So if I'm in the chat and people are not going to, I don't need none of it. That's me. But I understand we don't live in that kind of society now where they feel that there's certain things that they should have. And since there's other people involved, they should act accordingly. That's how people feel now. That's how youngsters feel now. But I was never that way. And maybe because I could see somebody that was a single child and they don't have no brothers and sisters really, and they was just like only kid, never played. Then I could see it'd be a little tough there. Because I had a couple brothers, I didn't really worry about it and other cousins that we really hung together. So you have that support group. So it's a little easier and better that way. But
okay, so wrap this situation up. So what would you say is positive about social media real quick, and what do you would say was negative?
Just the fact that the communication is just takes what we used to do and take it to another level. And that's great. You could just do more than what you could do, stuff you wanted to do. And then when you get access to things, you act a fool sometimes, and that's what we're doing. It's so good that we're making it bad in a lot of situations. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah.
All right. And all right. I agree with that.
Oh, okay. So y'all tell us what you think. We're going to get out of here. Before we do me a favor. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, also share, comment below. And I do believe that's it.
That's it. Thanks for listening
to Sunshine and E.